Hi everybody, Jeff Reinhardt here with you. This is your 2-minute drill for Manheim Central against Susquehanna Township. This is your District 3 AAA championship game. It's set for Friday night, 7 o'clock in Hershey Park Stadium. Quick plug alert, if you cannot make it to Hershey on Friday night, I'll be there blogging live at lanksports.com for the district title game. So if you can't make it up to Hershey, come find me online, give you updates from the game, pass along some scores from around the state, and I'll take the questions and comments. So lanksports.com Friday night if you can't make it to Hershey for this very, very interesting battle. Manheim Central against Susquehanna Township. Let's start with the Indians out of the Mid-Penn Conference. 12-1, fantastic season for these guys. Lone loss was against Chambersburg back around mid-season. It was only a 4-point loss, so they're playing well with 12 wins. First ever District 3 championship AAA appearance for Susquehanna Township. They were in a AA final a couple of years back. First time up here on the AAA stage in a final for these guys. Indians coming off an interesting 7-6 win last week against Western York. West York was the defending champ. Susquehanna Township knocked them out. They're the number 2 seed, so I guess it's not surprising that they won, but I think the score surprised a lot of people. Just 7-6. I guess a defensive struggle kind of a night. I know there was a lot of wind. It was a windy night last week for that game. So nonetheless, they move on and they're in a final. Ben Dupree. Fabulous multi-purpose, multifunctional quarterback for Susquehanna Township. Special player. Can beat you with the arm, can beat you with the feet. This kid's accounted for 3,700 plus yards from scrimmage this year and 37 touchdowns. He's passed for 2,100 yards. He's rushed for 1,500 yards. He's a handful. Ask Cocalico in the district quarterfinals. Dupree rushed for 340 yards against Cocalico in that 50-32 win. So he's special, great athlete. Talking with the Central coaches this week, he's the focus. Got to stop Dupree, got to contain him, got to keep him in the pocket. Don't let this kid get to the flanks and make plays because he will beat you. He's tough. They also have Adrian Arp, another good running back. He's coming up on 1,000, just a tick under 1,000 yards rushing. Taj Turner, really good wideout, 48 catches. And Dupree has some major home run hitters on the flanks to throw to. Susquehanna Township averages over 35 points a game. They're a tick under 500 points scored. They're scary. They can score. I think you got to forget about that 7-6 win last week. When you're talking about playoffs, a win is a win is a win. And here's Susquehanna Township in its first ever AAA final. Manheim Central, 13-0, only undefeated team in the bracket. Barons are up to number 2 in the state in one of the state polls. And they're playing well. Really took care of Conrad Weiser last week. DJ Robinson did bust off a long run, and Cody Butler had a bunch of yards, but Central was really, really good. 42-7 in the semifinals. They advance. Offense, over 500 points scored. Barons average over 40 points a game. They're still number 1 in the LL League in total team defense of the teams that are still standing here. Just 194 yards against, and 6 shutout wins this year for Central. So that side of the ball, I hate to say, has been overlooked, but they've just been really nasty on that side of the ball. Not giving up a whole bunch, 6 shutouts, 194 yards a game, and Central's defense will really be under the gun this week to curtail Mr. Dupree as best as they can. Still plenty of fun offensive numbers. Justin Gorman's been great. Had a couple touchdown passes last week in the Weiser game. He's passed for 1,800 yards. Joe Gruber's over 1,000 rushing, and Gorman has a whole pack of wideouts that he can throw to. Don't forget Dakota Royer. He had 2 touchdown catches last week. Dan Trafford's got over 30 catches. Derek Hart, Casey Ebersole. So Justin's got a lot of weapons at his disposal. Barron's going for title number 16. They have 15 District 3 championships. That's number 1 all-time in District 3. And I have a feeling they're going to make it number 16. Central's been tough. They've been rolling to this game. I don't want to say they snuck in last year, but they had to win that crazy semifinal game against Mechanicsburg to kind of get into the finals last year. This year, this is all they've been thinking about. Winning Section 2, yes, that was great. Central wants a district title. That case has been empty since 2005, and that's a long time. So the pick is Central here. I think they'll find a way with Dupree. Central's forte over the years has been kind of stopping a big back and a 1,000-yard kid. Dupree's a little more than that, but I think Central will find a way with him. And Central's offense, as mentioned, has been scary all year. So the pick here's the Barons. I think Manheim Central gets district title number 16 and brings the gold trophy home from Hershey. I'll take Barons over Indians.